Well, first, Oliver, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking some time out for us. But want to ask you, first and foremost, what's it mean to you to be a Florida Panther, especially with what this team just accomplished this past spring?
Yeah, it means a lot, and I'm super excited to be a part of Florida. And yeah, like you said, just to follow Florida's run they had last year, and just get a chance to be a part of it. I think was the selling point for me signing there too, and I'm super excited, like I said. So I think only heard a good thing about the team and the guys there and the organization. So yeah, I'm pumped.
When we talked to Bill Zito, he said he was trying to sell you on the beach in Las Olas and Florida and all that. And you said, tell me about winning. Tell me about the team. So now that you've had some time to, look at the team on paper, what excites you most about this team and its potential to, like you said, win in the upcoming season?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty deep team. They play fast. The games that I watched in the Stanley Cup playoffs there and in the final, that excites me probably the most. And obviously the really good players that we have. I can say that now, right? So, but the mix of guys and the depth that we have on the team, I think that excites me the most. And like I said too, I think for me it was a big thing just talking to everybody and said that the chemistry inside of that room, I think that's very important if you want to go deep, and that's what they had last year. So hopefully can build on that.
Oliver, you've spent your whole career playing in the Western Conference. This will be your first time playing for an Eastern Conference team. When you look at the way the two conferences line up, does the Eastern Conference game feel at all different from the Western Conference? Of course, coming from Vancouver, you're used to long travel. The Panthers have some long trips, so it might be a little similar in that regard. But are there differences between the way that the two conferences play?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a different, I believe, and always playing on Arizona and then Vancouver with been traveling a lot, it feels like. So I'm excited about coming to Florida too and be a little bit easier on that part of things. But at the same time, I always enjoy coming out on the other side, playing against those kind of teams, and it seems like it's a little bit faster and a little bit more. Might get in trouble for saying this skill.
Well, Oliver, you talked a lot about, the room here at the Panthers, and a big part of the room as it is now was Patrick Warrenquist. He was the first move that Bill Zito made, really helped shape the culture here into what it is. He just retired. I know you guys played together. You won gold together at the Worlds. Do you have a good Patrick Warrenquist story from back in the day playing together?
Yeah. I don't know if I can tell everybody that story, but I think I talked to Patrick a little bit going into this process with me, just looking around and kind of getting a feeling, and he only had good things about Florida to say too. So I think he spoke very highly of the organization and the guys in the room, like I said. So he's a very honest guy and a guy that you love having on your side of things, but hate to play against. So obviously had a good run and a good career. So too bad he retired.
And Oliver, I know you said you're coming to us from your summer home there overseas, but as you get ready for the next season, I know we're into the middle of July now. You're probably turning the page toward preparing for next season. What's the offseason preparation like for you as you ramp up for another year in the National Hockey League?
I think I got going pretty quick when I got back to Sweden, so I felt like I wanted to really be ready for the season and going in. I kind of had 2 foot injuries here.
Well, we said, it was your birthday a couple of days ago. Happy birthday on the 17th. Happy belated here from the Panthers. I know you're at home in Sweden. How'd you celebrate?
Yeah, we didn't do much. Had the parents over for a little bit of Swedish fika. some cinnamon rolls and some coffee. And then we went over to my buddy's house and just had a good dinner. So it was a relaxing day. Not much to celebrate. I'm getting older, so I don't really want to think about it.
Well, going from being older to all the way back, you mentioned family. I know your brothers played, your dad, grandfather. You come from a hockey family. Just how did you kind of get started in hockey? And I assume it's one of those things where you were probably in skates pretty early.
Yeah, I think my granddad brought me up to the rink, and I remember not liking it very much first time, and started crying, and he brought me back. So I said that I didn't want to do this, but I'm glad that he brought me back a second time. So, but I mean, hockey is my life, and hockey's all I know. So I love playing the game, and it's just fun that the whole family is a part of it, and they love watching the game still, and stays up late to follow me around. So I really appreciate that, and they enjoyed that too.
I'm still thinking about cinnamon rolls since you brought up the cinnamon rolls. Very, very intrigued there. But we like to get a sense of what you like to do off the ice, away from the game as well. I know hockey, you said, has been such a big part of your life, but are there any other sports that you tend to gravitate toward? Anything else you played, or just anything else that you like to do when you're in your downtime away from the rink?
Yeah, I'm pretty simple when it comes to that kind of stuff. I play a lot of paddle tennis. It's a sport that started in Spain, I believe, and I just got to Sweden 3 or 4 years ago. So I play a lot of paddle tennis, golf, tennis. So everything with in sports. That's what I like to do, and I love watching hockey games. And so that's kind of my fiance. She gets tired of me because I'm a sport nerd.
Are you one of those guys that throughout the season, I mean, I know it's easy to get so laser focused on your own games, but do you keep a pretty close eye on what's going on across the rest of the league during the season as well?
Yeah, I would say that I have I'm staying updated and watching the highlights and some games when I have time. So that's something that I love doing. I mean, I think you can still learn from, you're playing against the best players in the world. So it would be stupid not to try to learn from those guys and kind of bring in that to your own game. So I love watching hockey games.
Well, Oliver, we thank you very much for stopping by here today. Again, great to meet you. Thanks for taking some time out for us, and we can't wait to see you when you get to town here.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Nice to meet you.